Yom shekel o Shabbat, a time that is all Shabbat, Hayom that is ever Shalom, that will never, Yom shekel o Shabbat.
Goes up to the mountain, and there are 74 of them that go up. There's Moses and Joshua and 2 other by name and 70 elders, and they go up there, and the mountain's trembling and the sky is black with clouds and lightning and thunder, and you can hear the sound of the angelic shofars being blown in the background. Ooh, and I mean, it's just flame and smoke and and the 74 of them set up on the mountain, and they're eating in the presence of God. And then the clouds part for just a moment, and they see the most holy God. And the only thing they can describe, because he was undescribable, was the fact that the foundation of his throne looked like brick made out of sapphire. The sky is all black with clouds, and the wind's howling and blowing, and the ship is rocking and rolling and going over these, and all of a sudden they see Yeshua walking on the water. It's a ghost! That's a direct quote. Okay? And it's amazing because Peter says, Lord, I have no idea what's going through his head. Lord, if it's really you, command me to come to you. In which fear should be dominating, but the awe of God supersedes. But when you look at the mountain of God with the fire and the smoke and the thunder and the sound of shofars so loud and so deep, so bold, that the people trembled and they threw their face into the dirt out of awe and reverence for the most holy God. When I read that, of course I get this vision, I had completely missed something rather unique. Let me read it to you in English. Hashem said to Moses, ascend to me to the mountain and remain there, and I shall give you the stone tablets and the teaching and the commandment to teach. 3 things he gave Moses, not one. You know, I always think of Moses going up the mountain, he's got the stone tablets coming down, you know, but no, he got the tablets, which is the foundation, and then he got the Torah, and then he got commanded to teach it. Moses at that point lost the ability to say no thank you. Because once you receive the command, it's upon you to fulfill. When I look at the text, I realize that from the very beginning, God had a scheme, he had a plan, and he got their attention with thunder and lightning and blasting shofars from heaven and smoke and the pillar of fire and the pillar of smoke and the 10 plagues. He has showed himself quite evident. Wind, boat, not ship, rocking back and forth, being battered by the waves. Here comes Yeshua walking on the water. And Peter says, Lord, if it's you. In English it says, bid me to come to you. In Greek it says, command me to come to you. In my Hebrew New Testament it says, give me mitzvah, a holy commandment to come to you. Now this was a commandment that was given strictly to Peter. Strictly to Peter. And when the Lord said, Bo, come, it was as binding as the 613 commandments of the Torah. Because if you read this earlier, not only did God give Moses the Torah in the form of the stones, but also he gave him the mitzvah, the commandment to teach. So the same word is used in both places. Peter, you've got to get out of the boat and come to me. And Peter does. He gets up and gets out of the boat, and he does okay until he starts looking around. He starts looking around, and when he starts looking around, he starts to sink. Why would he start to sink? Because Peter took his eyes off the person who gave him the commandment. The children of Israel would later on mess up because they would take their eyes off the person who gave them the commandment. And when we are weak and frail in our faith, it's because we're still trying to keep the rules, and yet we've taken our eyes off the person who gave us the commandment.
Yom Shekel O Shabbat, a time that is all Shabbat, Hayom that is ever Shalom, that will never, Yom Shekel O Shabbat. Yom Shekel O Shabbat, a time that is all Shabbat, Hayom that is ever Shalom, that will never, Yom Shekel O Shabbat.